The United Democratic Party UDP celebrated its 27th anniversary on August 23, 2023. The party was founded in 1996 by three political parties: the People's Progressive Party (PPP), the National Convention Party (NCP), and the Gambian People's Party (GPP). ANM Ousainou Darboe, a prominent human rights lawyer, was selected as the party's leader and secretary general. The UDP since then has been one of the largest political organizations in the Gambia. The United Democratic Party UDP made its debut in the 1996 presidential election, finishing second behind Yahya Jammeh's Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction (APRC) party. It remained the APRC's main challenger in every presidential election until the APRC was defeated in the 2016 presidential election by a coalition of parties. Yahya Jammeh's style of governance and administration has been widely characterized as a dictatorship by human rights defenders and the international community. He was accused of suppressing dissent, jailing and torturing political opponents, and restricting freedom of speech and the press. On Wednesday, August 23, 2023, the United Democratic Party UDP organized a press conference to mark its 27th anniversary. At a press conference, ANM Ousainou Darboe, the party leader and secretary general of UDP, read a statement he said was his first press statement given in August 1996 after he was chosen to lead the party.
It reads thus: the recent ban by the AFPRC government on certain political parties and persons has introduced a grave and serious dimension to the body politic of our country. Until the introduction of the ban, the nation was relatively happy with the progress being made towards the return to democratic civilian rule. Following this ban, and desirous of sustaining multi-party democracy in the Gambia, a large number of concerned citizens from all over the country agreed to form and register a new political party in the interest of democracy, freedom of choice, and association in our dear motherland. The party pledges to uphold and defend collectively and singularly for the common good, freedom, justice, and equality for all, irrespective of gender, race, religious, or political affiliation, as enshrined in the Constitution. In this regard, the rule of law, tolerance, democracy, and political pluralism will be the cornerstone of the party. To achieve this, the new party will field candidates for all elections in the Gambia, namely presidential, parliamentary, and municipal elections. In the light of the foregoing, we appeal to all Gambians to give us their unequivocal support in our struggle to restore true democracy to our country. We hope and pray to Allah, the Almighty, to guide and protect us in our quest for the advancement of peace, stability, and prosperity in the Gambia. It is our firm commitment and conviction to work indefatigably for the transformation of this country, the Gambia, into a haven of peace and tranquility, equal to none the world over. End of quote. This was the statement I made on the 23rd of August, 19.
Several of its members, including its party leader lawyer Ousainou Darboe, have been detained, tortured, and killed. In 2016, Ibrahima Solo Sandeng, the UDP's youth leader, at the time was tortured to death. In paying homage to his fellow members who died or experienced torture, the UDP leader vowed to continue the fight for democracy and justice.
We started that journey with several people. First, under the presidency of Ansumana Diba, the founding member of the party. Then there was Amadou Kerr. Praise be to God, he is here with us. Aliam Seka, Alajob Kante, Ansundin Keta, Sam Silla, several others. The legion is long. We started the journey with Solo Sandeng. We started the journey with Sukai Daba. We started the journey with Ibrahima Janko Sise, and still the journey continues. The journey continues with Amadou Kerr. The journey continues with Aliam Seka. The journey continues with Lamin Mane. The journey continues with you, the ordinary Gambians. A journey to install to democratic government in this country. Our quest has always been for a good and proper constitutional order, a constitution that is responsive to the will and aspirations of the Gambian people. That has been the hallmark of our struggle. It was in the bid to install a Gambian constitution that Solo Sunday and his colleagues went out on the 16th of April in order to restore sanity in this country. It was on that day that Sukai Dahaba also went out. So did Ibrahim Janko Solo, Ibrahim Janko Sisi. They all went out in order to achieve for the Gambia what every Gambian, those who spoke and those who were silent, to achieve it for the Gambia, a constitution that is fit for our purpose. Alas, they are not with us today. So we have to remember them, and we pay tribute to them, so that what they struggle for is an enduring legacy, a legacy that we cannot dissipate, a legacy that we cannot squander. And we have to continue to ensure that Solo Sunday death is not in vain. Lamin Diba was in the forefront of the struggle. We have to ensure that the unlawful incarceration of Alhaji Mauritania was not in vain. We have to ensure that the torture, the harassment, the cruelty meted out to Fatou Jawara, to Nogoy Njaye, to Fat Kamara, horrendous cruelty is not undone in vain. We have always wanted a constitution for the Gambia. And it is
the government has made many reforms since coming to power in 2017, but some repressive laws that undermine democracy remain in place. ANM Usainu Dabo has called for these laws to be reformed in line with the principles of democracy.
There is need for proper legal reform. We have archaic laws that really affect our daily lives, archaic laws that affect our landholding system, archaic laws that affect our contractual obligations. We want to make sure that we have in this country laws that are responsive to the modern needs of the Gambian people. We cannot be crawling when the rest of the world is flying. We have to make effort. At least we do not fly. We certainly run at a speed that is admirable. And this is what the United Democratic Party wants to have. We have stated in our opening statement in 1996 that we want a prosperous Gambia. A prosperous Gambia can only come about when there is concerted fight against corruption. A prosperous Gambia can only come about when you have selfless and dedicated persons entrusted with responsibility for running the affairs of this country. We cannot have a prosperous Gambia when the country is steeped in corruption. We have seen what is happening in this country. We've seen about 400 million analysis in the Ports Authority, the secure report. We have seen the corruption rate, 160 million. We've seen the Auditor General's reports, which some people, some uninformed people, or rather, maybe not some uninformed people, but some people who do not care for what happens to our resources, categorizes such findings as being mere opinions. This is a cause for concern. And these are the issues that the United Democratic Party is really taking up. And these are the issues, sorts of situations that the United Democratic Party wish to ensure that there's an end to it. The United Democratic Party had always believed and continues to believe that this country has every opportunity of being lifted from a least developed country to a mid-income country and subsequently to a high-income country. This United Democratic Party is achievable.
During the tenure of former President Yahya Jammeh, the Gambian media endured significant challenges as a result of restrictive laws implemented by the government at the time. The seasoned politician emphasized that his party has consistently strived to foster an environment conducive to freedom of expression by empowering the media.
So, our struggle United Democratic Party struggle since 1996 has been a struggle of ensuring that the press is certainly free in this country. The United Democratic Party's struggle throughout this country has been that there must be a responsible press, and I must say that the Gambian press has been very responsible. It is only that irresponsible governments have really taken issues with them because this responsible press or this responsible media would not act in an irresponsible manner to support an irresponsible government. So I want to say to you, the members of the media, our congratulations to you, and with you, we'll continue the journey, the struggle, to ensure that there's absolute press freedom in this country. It is the stand of the United Democratic Party that such iniquitous provisions of the law, such as sedition, have no place in this country, in a democratic society, and they must be repealed. We are working with the members of our National Assembly in ensuring that the free press is really protected against seditious laws of the country.
The UDP leader also called for free and fair election in the country.
And that has well been our contention that a true democracy cannot hold without an election or without elections whose integrity is unquestionable. We've seen from 1996 to now that elections in this country, their credibilities have been put in question. Even the 2016 elections, Pierre Jammeh has put the integrity of that election into question. We need to have men of honor. We need to have men who are knowledgeable. We need to have men who have integrity in order that our elections will be continued, our elections will be certified as one that passes the test of integrity. I hear people say, we want strong institutions. No, there is no strong institution. It's the strong men that make the institution strong. When the men who are heading the institution are themselves weak, when they have no moral fiber, when they can stoop to the wishes of the powers that be, those institutions themselves will become cowards. They themselves will become ineffective because the people managing them are not men of integrity. They are not men who have the moral fiber to stand up and say to an executive that what you are doing is wrong, and we cannot really tolerate it. You can only have the results. The only result that you can have from an election that is free or has been free from rigging, the only result you can have is development in the country.
In 2016, following Dabo's imprisonment in the aftermath of the tragic death of the UDP youth president Ibrahima Solo Sanding at the hands of the state, the UDP took the lead in forming a coalition of 7 political parties. Within this coalition, they designated Adama Barrow, who was then serving as the deputy treasurer of the UDP, as their leader and presidential candidate for the 2016 election. The unified coalition won a landslide victory in the elections, ousting Yahya Jammeh and his APRC party from power by winning the most votes. In the 2021 presidential election, the UDP backed Ousainou Darboe, who lost the election and received 27.7% of the votes. In 2022 National Assembly election, the party won 15 out of the 53 available seats. In the 2023 local government election, the UDP won 4 out of the 8 administrative area councils in the country. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Landin Cisse.